Welcome to The Oracle Scroll, a podcast for the spiritual seeker. Please join me, Kevin Walder, your host, as we explore living a spiritual life in a very mixed up world. Welcome back for part 2 of Michael Kaminski Speaks with the Oracle Scroll. In our first part of this episode, Michael gave us some background information for astrological influences that help us to make the transition in energy from one season to the next. In this portion, in part 2, he is going to do a crystal reading for the group. It will be interesting. It was very interesting. So please join us. We'll see you there.
So I'm going to pick a number at random. And actually, I'm showing 6 participants are in the fair right now. So I'll choose 6 stones. Again, at random. All right, we'll cast those first. So I'll take a deep breath and bring in energies for this group reading tonight, August 21, as we look forward in our lives to the autumn. And that first casting is followed by the second group of crystals. The theme crystal is this short piece. It's a crystal point, and it shows me an overview of the reading, and it is pointing to conditional light, which is touching you, me, us in the crystal reading. And beautifully enough, this is the center of the reading, and that crystal can move all around. But in this group reading, the centering situation, you, me, us, is very close to center. And this conditional light is touching. And that conditional light has to do with ethics, religion, culture, things in the world that we're brought up with, we're programmed with. And they are touching very, very closely. And what this is saying is, choose carefully. We were just talking about this review, a multi-year review, and this is saying, review this information. You're very connected to it. How is this going to step up in your life? And 180 degrees over is the unconditional light of the universe, source light coming in, and this is what fuels us. And it's coming in here, and very just beautiful. I love these patterns and how my guides bring in to read, but that light is coming in through us, helping reevaluate that conditional light, that, oh, God is a man in the sky with a beard, and he's a nasty guy, and he'll send you to heaven or hell. Not so much. We're all past that, I'm sure. But this is shining through, dissolving conditions, and on the other side is Akashic records, very close. The other thing important is these stones are all in the first circle around center, which has to do with what's going on with you internally. The second ring, which is populated, has to do with people, places, and things in your life, and the outer ring are energies that are coming into you or energies that are leaving your field. And so we'll see how this goes as I move along through our reading here. Now, the adventuring represents prosperity, and the prosperity metaphysically is happiness, joy, peace, love, light, managing our body, mind, spirit complex, which is a huge deal. Just managing any part of that is a huge deal. But this is saying relax into your work. Know you're supported. And that support has to be you patting yourself on the back, but you're also supported, your angels, your guides, the celestial beings that work with you, part of your team. And then you have support in people, friends, pets, partners, all of this kind of thing in your life. All right. So use this summer energy for long-term building. We have many events populating the crystal matrix here. And as we go through here, the overview I'm getting up above the reading is, what are you building? What do you want to build? You are in process of something. And what is that for you individually? So as you make choices, we have this, I'm seeing like a rectangle there, and that is weighing choices, balancing back and forth as though there's a fulcrum on a scale. And it's a weigh your choices in your heart to tune into your best step forward. So it's like I think the spiritual phrase is weigh your decisions with a feather. If that feels good in your heart, there's a tickle, there's an elation. This is good. If there's heaviness in your heart, well, that might be because, I got a lot to do. I got a lot of responsibility I'm taking on. That's a good kind of stress. But if it's a fear or flight kind of thing, that's the old energies that need to go away, and they go away by not choosing them anymore. So again, the July and August energies are bringing, this is the time to organize all this energy, those 3 cycles we talked about, and put them into your plans for autumn. So this is making progress in the world as you develop these new life plans. All right. Now, there's a further weighing here. The ametrine is amethyst and citrine, and it's translucent. It represents unconditional wisdom in our life. And it's pretty much right next to, though not touching, the solid piece of amethyst, which in a crystal reading like what I've designed here, this represents conditional wisdom. And that's echoing that conditional light, which is touching us. And it has an interesting stone in between, the citrine, which is 5D energy, Christ consciousness, the new earth, all of these energies, all the upgrades, our DNA, RNA, our thought patterns, our health, our plans, our manifesting, our peace in life, as we ascend in our lives and accept this higher energy and operate our lives from there. So the conditional wisdom drops us back like the conditional light. There's ethics, there's religion, there's what it is to be a woman in the world, there's what it is to be a man in the world. And, and this is part of the plight in our life. We come in here with blinders on, have no idea what's going on, and we're thrown into a Shakespearean play, and we got to play our part. Meanwhile, the unconditional wisdom, which is coming to you from source, unconditional light through 5D, that is saying, time to let go of these things. I'm recognizing their lies, ethics, religion, healthcare. These are lies. We are meant to manage these things on our own. Now, they have a very positive disciplinary effect in our lives to grow up within a program. So there is some kind of stability, law and order in various cultures. But our challenge metaphysically is to break out of that and see these programs and paradigms for what they are, and do not invest in that, do not stay stuck there, but rather raise your frequency so you can grow into your best self, and you taking that forward. This is such the energy of this now moment, and the kind of future now, as I like to play it out. If you're self-employed, this is a time to take your level of service that you provide to the world to a whole new level. You're going to rely on some talents maybe you've had forgotten about when you look at those 3-cycle reviews. As those talents aggregate, you are moving forward with a whole new energy, and a new talent, so far unlabeled. That's going to be for you to do. And again, there's a realization there, you know, I thought I could do this, or I wanted to do this, and I'm doing it. And I actually feel the energy flowing through me. I'm going to jump on that train. I'm going, okay? So whatever these transitions are in your personal lives, you'll feel it. You'll feel the excitement of this energy bubbling through you. All right. So again, there's much going on in the background. We're going to look at that. And what we have, the opaque piece of rose quartz is representing unconditional love in this reading. And it makes an interesting triangle with the unconditional wisdom and the conditional wisdom. And conditional love, that's I love my dog because my dog thinks I'm great. I love my relationship because that person does the laundry and I do the cooking. I love my job because it's kind of fun and I make a lot of money. Okay, then all of a sudden, you don't get the raise at the job and you don't like it so much. Or your partner quits cooking and you got to take out the garbage, and well, what's the matter with you? So these conditions are always playing there in our life, and they are leaving. It's being replaced with the unconditional love. This is on an arc that comes in through the theme, through Akasha, and right into you. This is a dissolving energy I'm getting over the next 6 weeks, very high times. That takes us to the end of September. This keeps forcing right in. Breathe into this energy. I think you can all feel this now. If you breathe into this and meditate into this and take this with you, you'll feel this. It's present now, but it's growing. The obsidian is grounding, and there's a grounding element then in the it's here in the that is bring it up a little closer. Oh, you can't really quite see so well. That is the quadrant of love in this particular reading. And there's love and stability of our being as we knew this in our past and present habits. And part of that grounds us as we are releasing these things. It's kind of like you're going through the garage or the attic and you're going, well, hell, my yearbook, I better look at that later. That's a retirement project. But, oh, all of these old tax returns, we can toss them. They're 10 years old. And so you're sorting through stuff as you're ready to. And when you get down to the memorabilia, there's some love and attachment there. And you're being urged to sort through it. And this also, they're really coming in strong and saying, don't let them off the hook here. This is the negative self-talk, the putting ourselves down, We got to get over that stuff. It's self-love and self-care that allow us to then pour love out into the world. And as we heal ourselves, we heal the planet, uh, and on and on. Okay. Health comes in and it's circling rapidly with all of this. And it might be timely to change up the foods you eat. This is something that's very, very, very personal. I do a lot of health and nutritional coaching, and it's very personalized to everyone. Again, listen to your own guidance, your own source. So remember, I think it came up in the slides, there's much going on in the background. There always is. Your higher self, your monad group are playing things out in the life that were part of your contract, but you might not be aware of just yet. Divine right timing, always present in our lives. So be okay knowing you don't have every puzzle piece just yet to plug in your life. You meditate, you put your faith and trust in the universe, and know when you're in that quiet source flowing spot in your heart, source has your back. You are supported in your life to do your higher work. Be your best self. So be in the now moment. Surrender to the process. Get in touch. Feel your life flow. Whatever. Forest bathing, walk outside, stare at the stars. Oh, a sky cloud meditation. Be the magic you can create in the world. And that means in your world. So I think I'll close the reading here. Blessings all. If there's some questions, some comments, I would just love to make this interactive. And so it will take me a minute to move the camera back and get all into focus. I apologize for that, but meanwhile, take a breath. Here we go. The crystal grid will remain here if anyone has a question about it. Maybe I'll leave it like this and see if questions come through or anyone wants to speak up. We can talk to the placement. That might be a lot more fun than looking at me. Okay, so anybody? Hi, Susie. Anybody have a, hey, there.
Susie can
A
talk
question
now.
or a comment?
Well, Michael, you're reading the part, I apologize for coming in late. I was enjoying an evening with my daughter, and then
Good.
suddenly, oh man. So the part that I caught is really resonant with me right now. We're about to start a business, and so knowing that I've just got to breathe through the next 6 weeks and we're supported and things are going to happen the way they need to, that's really reassuring for me. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, excellent. Good feedback. I love that. And as Kevin gets this edited and put together over the next day or so, I think he posts this back up to YouTube, and you could see the presentation that led into that. There's some other information that will resonate for you. This is a beautiful time to take your business to the next level. And
thanks. Good.
Yeah.
That resonated. That resonated with me as well. So it was. I've been working on that and trying to decide which way I should be going. I have a real issue with ethics. I try very hard to make sure I'm being fair and equitable with everyone. And so we're in a situation right now where I have people urging me to do things that I'm like, and they're not illegal. They're not even immoral. They just don't feel right to me. And it's kind of like what you just said there. Weigh it with a feather. If it if it feels the least bit heavy, then maybe it's not the right thing. At least I wouldn't be comfortable with it. Because I I tend to be very
I have a
careful with
question
that.
for Michael when you're finished there.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Michael,
Yes.
I think you said something to the effect, we all grow every day to our life's plans.
Yes.
In observing what's going on in the world today, are we going to do other than good things with these life plans?
Well,
Very disturbing worldwide, the weather changing, people doing bad things to one another. We're getting very negative vibrations in the world.
yes. I can only comment on that metaphysically.
Mm-hmm.
And something that came up as we looked through those three cycles is the programming in our lives. And we, in this particular incarnation for most of us, we came into a third dimensional planet. And that has 3D programs on it. So go to school, learn things, you pick up a particular religion, your parents have a political affiliation, and then you're taught how to be polite. Hopefully you read and spell and math, and you evolve through life, and then you get a job, and basically you work in the slave matrix, and you're told to work hard, save your money, get ahead, and then retire, and you get sick, give them your money back, and you die. A great program for those that run 3D. But I think it came up earlier in the reading, disconnect from that. Those programs are not true. The global warming is only true if you want it to be. All of the planets in the solar system are actually warming up. It has to do with the sun's energy as we're approaching the well-known solar flash. But the thing is, if you still need to believe the polar bears are endangered or something, then give a little money, whatever makes you feel good. But as your consciousness raises, you'll actually see that everything's in divine right timing. These 3D programs are there to disempower our humanness. And you're not allowed to go to heaven. You're not allowed to raise your frequency. You have to worry about the riot in the street, or those crazy shootings, or all of the politics. What a cesspool. And so when you raise your life above that, you take full responsibility for yourself. The planet, I'm going way out here at the cosmic ledges. When 2012 happened, December 12th, 2012, the 3D Earth went into the past. And here we are so many years later, eons for many of us, as we're ascending into fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is here, the new Earth is here. You step onto it and you leave those past programs behind. You don't need religion to tell you don't hurt people, don't kill people, and be good or go to heaven. You know, that religion is for people that believe in hell. But spirituality is for those of us that have been there and come back, you know.
Hell, you mean?
Yeah. See? And so as your consciousness grows, you start freeing yourself of those third dimensional programs and traps. Turn off the TV. You got millionaire talking heads blabbing shit. Oops, pardon me. Sorry, universe. It's a Earth term that people resonate to because it makes them feel good on some level. Why is that you? Once you raise your consciousness, you'll realize that all of these channels are just putting propaganda out to people. And so step away from that, and you'll go into this thing. There is so much going on behind the scenes that I don't know about and I don't understand. And actually, I don't even have to care about it. Let it take care of itself. And so this is the freedom you get when you ascend into the very responsible place of take care of yourself, heal yourself. As you do that, you heal the world. You heal all the religions, the race relations, everything. If everyone takes care of themselves, we have a peaceful new earth. Instead of people trying to poke each other saying, well, you better do it this way because I think it's right. And that, again, is part of a problem, a part of a program that our ascension is there for us to escape in our own divine right timing. And wherever your timeline is, live that out. Do what you feel you need to do. But as you free yourself of these programs and realize what they are, there's a whole new breath of life. So
Wow.
Okay. That's powerful stuff. That's some powerful
Very
stuff.
powerful. Yes.
Yeah.
I ranted. I hope that's not.
That's
No,
okay.
no,
Rants
no.
are encouraged. We
No
like those
rant.
around here.
Ah,
So, who
as
haven't
you
we
know, I'm a
heard?
shaman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I have friends that are shaman around the world. Not all shaman are healers. Some are bringers of messages from the other dimension. And I'm asking the question, how do we incorporate their message into today's world?
Very
I've been
good.
told that our streets are going to run with blood.
Yeah.
And I'm told that we are like an ocean. We're regurgitating all that is nasty and bringing it up to the surface and getting rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have some pain and hurt.
Yeah.
What's your reaction there, anybody? Yes.
What I feel is with any information from the shamans, from what came through in the crystals tonight, what you read in a book, how does it resonate in your heart?
Mm-hmm.
And those that predict the Navajo and the ant people and the solar flash, these kind of things, they're all important pieces of information that these shamans and sources can bring to our life to help us start leveling up. A lot of people don't even think about stuff.
Leveling up. I like that. That's very good.
There.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Wonderful.
let's see if Lynn has unmuted herself. Let's see if she's got something she wants to add or ask. Lynn, are you there?
I'm here. I'm trying to figure out how I want to phrase this.
Okay.
Regarding health stuff, is that process going to be easier or more challenging than usual?
For yourself personally or in general?
Yeah, both myself personally. I am thinking personal, but also more general. You know, we were talking about sort of broader trends a moment ago, or Norman and you were, you know, like as a society or as a country, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I suspect it's going to be a lot of hard work.
No doubt. There's what comes to me, the guys are saying, bring in the compassion. Number one, for yourself, the forgiveness and compassion. And then for all your brothers and sisters of us on the planet. Some people will be changing their health challenges through dietary guidelines. Other people aren't aware that can happen, and they'll be using prescription medicines and surgeries and things. Yet other people are consuming just whatever food is in front of them or at the convenience store. They have no thought of health. They're just feeding because of these different timelines in their life. So we don't judge any of this, we observe it. Now, to the bigger part, what I feel with your question about health is you, particularly Lynn, I'm getting a huge surge of energy in my chest lifting up and out of the heart chakra as your realizations take you to a new level of how you personally can control your health. And you use outside information, you compute that, and you make these things work for you. That feels like you personally are on a more rapid path that you may or may not share with other people. In general, it's people's timelines, and you leave them do those things as they see fit. People awaken at different times in their life. Different events create that awakening and shake them up a bit. And metaphysically, I don't think we're really allowed to poke people. We have to watch them evolve in their own timelines. All right.
Okay. Let's see. Who else has something they'd like to add? Heather, did you have a question or comment or anything? We'll unmute you now, I think. There we go.
All right, there. Got it. I'm working on the iPad, and this is a new experience on the iPad.
Yeah.
So one of the things that really stood out for me is that to me it almost seemed like a push and a pull between conditional and unconditional, and that is a theme that is really running through me right now. And it's like a constriction and then a release and then a constriction again, and I feel like I'm in that same loop. So backing up even before you did the casting, what you were saying, and then the casting came, and this loop is coming back, and I guess my brain is actually still in that loop, going, wow, how do I break through this? So yeah, this has been very significant for me. Thank you.
Good.
Oh, great. Good validation. And that push-pull is exactly what you tune into, and you're monitoring your own growth and your own progress. Remember, all the puzzle pieces aren't there yet. And so what do you do in the meantime? It's like, well, rather than worry about this, I'll just get busy. There's many, many tasks to do around the house with a family and with your business. And so just plunge yourself into busyness, and you'll find you go into kind of a timeless space while you're involved in what you love, what's creative. And the next time you meditate on the push-pull, you'll be going, oh, the push is winning today, or whatever. And this is the way to move forward. But you're aware of that flow in your life. And I think that is, the guides say translation. That is how you are translating your life into the new terms you need now as you move forward and level up and ultimately operate on a whole different level with friends, family, with yourself, because you're working with your own energy flowing through you more truly.
Great.
That's exactly what it feels like. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay. Well, this is an opportunity for Heather to see some of her products in use.
There.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, let's wrap up Michael's portion here. We can continue to discuss as we go, throughout the rest of the evening, but we can stop the recording at this point. And I want to thank you, Michael. That was actually way beyond what I expected. You delivered tonight, and that is amazing. It's really, really, it's impactful. You've delivered some powerful messages, and I think everyone that I saw was nodding. Everyone, as I was watching the group, everyone seemed to be appreciating what you had to say. So thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. And we'll hope to see you again here in the future.
Well, I might suggest, Kevin, if I could, that if this works for everybody, maybe in 3 months we'll do another quarterly look at winter into the new year. That would be really fun for me. And if I could do a shameless plug, let me see if I can share my screen back to. There's the mandala. Let me. I gotta go pick here. End the show, and let me see if I can go over here. This is my website, and spiritquestacademy.org. There's the life coaching page. What I wanted to put out and put in the recording for people that might view that is I offer a complimentary 15-minute phone session so I can learn about issues in your life. We can see if we're a good match and things like that. And there's just a little blurb there. It takes you to the services page. And the other thing I'd like to point out is my vlog I've been doing for about 5-6 years now. And there's a player right on the website that will step you through my videos chronologically. You can just pick them, play them right there, expand them full screen, whatever.
And this concludes part 2 of Michael Kaminski's Speaking to the Oracle Scroll. And we appreciate you being here. If you've missed part 1, please go back and find it, episode 39, part 1 of Michael Kaminski's visit with the Oracle Scroll. Thanks again, and we'll see you next episode. Thank you for joining us for this episode of The Oracle Scroll. Please forward any questions, comments, or inquiries to theoraclescroll@gmail.com, and we'll look forward to entertaining you again very soon in the next episode.